If you glanced at recent auto headlines, you'd think the piston era is basically over, and gasoline engines are just limping along until batteries take everything. Toyota just walked in and said, "Not so fast." They unveiled a new engine family that looks nothing like a surrender. It's a plot twist. Car people are stunned, casual drivers confused, regulators curious, rival engineers zooming in on press photos. Toyota didn't tweak last year's motor. They reframed what a mainstream engine can be. 2 displacements to start, about 1.5 liters and 2.0 liters, sounds ordinary until you see the proportions. It's shorter, lower, tighter. Think roughly a 10% height drop on the small one, plus meaningful front-to-back shortening, versus their already lean dynamic force units. That shrink is the unlock. Lower engine, lower hood, better aerodynamics, free highway efficiency that compounds inside a hybrid cycle. Packaging is the new horsepower war. Traditional engines forced taller noses and drag. This one tries to disappear, freeing space for hybrid batteries without stretching wheelbase and giving designers a sleeker cowl line. Flexibility. Same core can slide into small hatches, crossovers, sedans, maybe even sportier shapes that previously needed expensive aluminum tricks just to clear an intake manifold. Thermal efficiency is the headline. Average decent gas engines peak around 38 to 40%. Toyota's recent hybrids flirt with low 40s. This family targets mid to high 40s in peak hybrid-assisted conditions, with internal chatter about edging toward the symbolic 50% in specialized calibrations. Peak isn't constant, but hybrids can schedule the engine to live near its sweet spots and shut it off elsewhere. Expanding the gold zone multiplies benefit. How they squeeze it: high compression, Atkinson lean variants, fast combustion chambers sculpted for tumble, reduced friction, low-tension rings, coatings, integrated exhaust manifold for rapid catalyst light-off, and modular accessories pulled tight to shorten coolant and oil routes for faster warm-up. Less warm-up lag equals fewer cold, dirty cycles. Why invest when everything's going electric? Because infrastructure and material realities are uneven. Millions of buyers still need affordable cars that can't depend on dense fast charging. Toyota's bet: pair a hyper-sipping engine with modest battery capacity to hit cost, weight, and resource sweet spots now. More work per droplet lets you shrink both tank and battery without range anxiety, which trims mass and cascades into lighter brakes and suspension. A virtuous loop, compared to a typical 2.0 turbo-chasing brochure torque. Those run higher boost, richer mixtures under load, rely on particulate filters, and real-world efficiency often lags. Toyota offloads low RPM punch to the electric side, so the engine can specialize in lean, stable, efficient combustion instead of brute torque at 1500 RPM. Specialization beats generalism. Fuel flexibility is baked in. Design pathways toward hydrogen blends, synthetic e-fuels, biomixes. If regulators pivot to life cycle CO2 instead of only tailpipe snapshots, having an engine that can adopt greener drop-ins extends product life. It's not a dead-end lump, it's a multi-pathway core. Timeline in fast strokes: 2000s to 2010 hybrid era proves pairing an Atkinson 4 with eAssist/'s fuel use. Late 2010s to early 2020s, dynamic force pushes above 40% peaks. Mid-2020s constraint reality, materials grids, shows one drivetrain doesn't fit all markets. Now, launch of a miniaturized, thermally sharper, modular platform, co-developed with hybrid and future fuels in mind. Next 2 to 4 years, roll into hybrids marketed on sleeker hoods and better drag numbers. Late decade, potential hydrogen e-fuel showcase variants, and incremental software on material tweaks nudging efficiency ceilings higher. Emissions packaging: shorter length lets the catalyst sit closer, heating quicker, cutting the disproportionate cold start slice of emissions. NVH: downsizing can amplify buzz, but Toyota counters with balance optimization, skirt coatings, mount geometry, and lower overall mass, so normal drivers perceive smooth and quiet rather than compromise. Average naturally aspirated 2.0 in a non-hybrid, taller, mid-30s peak efficiency, conventional accessory sprawl, bulky bay requirement, standalone prime mover. New 2.0, lower profile, materially higher peaks, integrated ancillaries, faster warm-up, architected as one module in an energy system. Different philosophy. Horsepower brag numbers? Not the headline. Expect adequate combined output once motors chime in. The real sales pitch becomes total range per kilogram of carbon emitted and real-world MPG gains without price shock. For consumers, reassuring blend of liquid fuel freedom plus hybrid stretch. For regulators, faster fleet CO2 progress without waiting on universal charging. For Toyota, leveraging existing hybrid scale instead of discarding it. Critics will argue it delays pure EV adoption or diverts R&D from solid-state batteries. Toyota's counter. Global emissions drop faster if millions of ultra-efficient hybrids deploy now, while grids and battery supply mature. If drop-in carbon-neutral fuels scale later, having engines ready prevents mass obsolescence. That's strategic insurance. Design studios get a bonus: lower cowl lines, better visibility, sportier proportions, potential pedestrian safety gains. Tech story, styling story, marketing story. Watch for early launches touting lower hood heights, improved drag coefficients, X% better real-world MPG, and subtle future fuel-ready language. Then maybe a limited hydrogen or e-fuel demo run to plant a flag. This isn't another Little 4. It's Toyota planting a marker that efficiency evolution still has headroom and combustion can morph to complement electrification. The question, why is everyone suddenly talking about an engine in 2025, gets answered. It refuses to behave like a 20th century component. It acts like a strategic module in a flexible propulsion network. If production cars actually deliver those efficiency numbers while getting sleeker, lighter, and cheaper to run, then the engine era is over line needs a footnote. Not a comeback, a transformation. The quietest revolution this year might be a shrunken block hiding lower under the hood, rewriting expectations while sharing the stage with electric torque. Stay tuned. This story is just warming up. Consider subscribing for all the latest and greatest car info and comment below your thoughts on this.